It is hard to believe Zach Ertz is gone. At the same time, I can tell you this. We've been Donnie Brasco. We have been Nick Cotited again.
18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Dallas still stinks. You're right the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're recovering from this loss yesterday to the Buccaneers. Man, this was a brutal game. The score may say it was a lot closer than it really was, but what a tough game. And then today, Zach Ertz is traded to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I'm not surprised he was traded to the Cardinals. It makes sense. This has kind of been something that the Eagles have been talking about doing. We've heard a lot about it over the course of this whole offseason. But I wish Zach Ertz nothing but the best. He's going to a team that's 5-0. I hope he gets a chance to win another Super Bowl because it looks like we ain't got no chance. Okay, not with the way everything is going. And now we're going to have Dallas Goedert. He is going to take over. He is going to be our number one tight end. And here's what I got to say about that, okay? I don't think Dallas Goedert will ever be as good of a tight end as Zach Ertz, okay? Especially from a receiving point of view. However, I think he can still be a very good perennial Pro Bowl type tight end. So he's got to play. I think he'll be good for us over the next many years. And if for some reason, somehow, Tyree Jackson, if he develops as a tight end to his ceiling, to where his potential, what we've seen, because this guy is immensely talented and raw. But if he ever develops into the tight end we think he could be, at that point, that's when you trade Dallas Goedert. You trade him much earlier, and you get a big haul in return when and if Tyree Jackson ever gets to that point, okay? But before we go any further and get into the whole part of this video that I gotta talk about, gotta get off my chest, we got a quick word from our sponsor. Ball season is back, and right now is the perfect time to get into all the action, and I mean perfect time. So if you're looking for the best sportsbook app there is, head to the App Store or Google Play Store right now and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's America's top-rated sportsbook app, and DraftKings is giving all new players a deposit bonus of up to $1,000 with their first deposit. Head to DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and check out all they have to offer, including game parlays, player props, live betting, and so much more. I had a big night on DraftKings Sportsbook app yesterday. Everybody knows I love taking the over, and I took the over last night along with Indianapolis, and it came up big for me. DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is safe, secure, and reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. And look, if Sportsbook is not yet available in your state, forget about it. Don't worry. DraftKings got you covered. DraftKings Fantasy app, they are offering millions of dollars in total prizes each week. So be sure to check that out. And be sure to click the link in the description and use the promo code Philly500. That's Philly500 to take advantage of all these great offerings. A special thanks goes out to DraftKings, America's top-rated sportsbook app, for sponsoring this video. And be sure, click the link in the description and use the promo code Philly500 to get your offer. So thanks once again to DraftKings for sponsoring this video. Check the link in the description. Download DraftKings, man. I love the app. Use it all the time. Now, when discussing the Eagles, and especially like talking about last night's game, the frustration that was building up in the game and even today and afterwards isn't just because of what happened last night. It's the accumulation of all that has gone on for me this offseason, to week by week by week by week, mother humpers, okay? It has accumulated into mass frustration. And my frustration, most of it, is targeted at Nick Kotite, a.k.a. Nick Sirianni. Okay, I call him Nick Kotite because that's what he is. You ever have an opinion of somebody, right? You kind of get to know them, you talk to them, and you say, wow, this person's, they really think outside the box. They're very creative. I like how they think. And then certain things that they say, you kind of say, well, you know what? That's okay. They say it. Or I like this person even more because they're saying this and they're saying that. You know what I mean? And it makes sense with the way you think that they are. Are you following? And then all of a sudden, they do something or you realize something, and the way you've seen them is not the way it is at all. Now, everything that they said before, in the past, all of a sudden you start thinking about everything they said, and you say, this person's whacked out of their minds. These people are dingbats. That's how I feel about Nick Sirianni right now. I feel like Dingbat Nation is like the mafia, right? It's the mafia. And we're all made men in Dingbat Nation. And I went to use and I said, I'm going to vouch for this canola eating, gabagool eater, looker outer. I'm gonna vouch for him. Because everything he says is what, we would say, He's a friend of ours. He's got to be. Because listen to what he said. And I got all excited about Nick Sirianni or Nick Kotite. Because of things he said. He said, I'm going to build my offense. I'm going to build it around the talent, the players, what they do the best, and we're going to take advantage of those things. And then I'm going to stop between practices. They're going to have a practice, and they're going to make them say, I stop it. And I teach. I love teaching moments. This is what the guy says, rock, paper, scissors, mother humper, rock, paper, scissors, mother humper, right? And I'm thinking, okay, this is perfect. This is what coach should do. This is what a coach is supposed to do. Teach guys, develop guys, and build your offense according to your talent. So he said all the right things. But then he goes out and he does the complete opposite. And then after week 2, he's like, yeah, I didn't run Miles Sanders enough, and I'm going to talk to Miles about that, and, we got to do better. The next week, does the same thing. We get to that same thing. I'm losing my mind. All right? If I said that every day at work, or if I was a kid and I said to my dad something every day and did the opposite, he'd put his foot up my ass. Well, who's going to put their foot up his ass? Howie Roseman? I got to calculate the calculations. If I use this trajectory of my foot with my little nubby 6 fingers, so he's probably got 6 toes. Yeah, I could fit it up there. Nobody. Because the owner and the coach apparently love this. They don't want the Eagles to run. Okay? So he didn't do anything said. So I'm going to say this right now. I was wrong about Nick Sirianni. Nick Kotite, I was wrong. And I'm sorry that I was wrong. I'm not sorry that I gave you my opinion because that was my honest opinion. But right now, as it looks, I was wrong with him. He is full of crap. I'm sorry. He's all talk, no action. I feel like he reminds me in a lot of ways of Chip Dip Kelly. Okay? But at least Chip Dip Kelly went out and had 10-6 season. Then he traded Foles and Deshaun Jackson and Shady. That's a whole other thing. But my point is this guy hasn't done anything he says. So I vouched for this guy, and now I'm probably going to get whacked. I'm going to get whacked because I vouched for the guy. So Dingbat Nation's probably going to whack me. It's going to happen. Double moonwalk. But in all seriousness, though, it's really frustrating. And then I listened to his press conference today. I don't know if this is a rant. I don't know if this video is turning into a rant. But I feel like this is a therapy session. I'm at my psychiatrist. You're my psychiatrist. I listened to this guy's press conference today. And I can't believe what I'm hearing. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. I had to listen to it 2-3 times. This guy actually was giving credit to his coaching staff for making adjustments. He's like, we made pretty good adjustments. Yeah, but the Buccaneers adjusted to all your adjustments and then you couldn't adjust. And then he starts saying, well, doing one thing a lot of times isn't really a bad thing. We try to keep it under 75%. Because if it's 75%, it's a tip-off to the defense. So he's basically saying, as long as we don't pass over 75% of the time, then we're not going to tip off the defense. On what planet? What planet? Not only did you tip off the defense, you tipped off every mother humping Eagle fan in the world, anybody watching. We all know that when J.J. Whiteside, the umbrella man, goes in to the game, you're going to either do a wide receiver screen, the quarterback's going to keep it, or you may do a run play, but most likely you won't do that. Professor Kenneth Gainwell, 0 carries. Miles Sanders, 7 or something like that, maybe 9, but he had 1 in the first half. And I don't know what planet this guy's on. I honestly don't. I don't know what planet this coaching staff is on. I don't get it. 75%, as long as you don't do something 75% of the time, the defenses won't pick up on it. They'll pick up on it after 50-50. They'll pick up on it even if you're doing something 45, even if you're passing 45% of the time. They're going to pick up on when you do it. Third downs, what you like to do. They're going to do it. They're going to kill you. That's why this offense looks like a high school offense compared to these defenses. These coaches and these defensive coordinators are running laps around the Eagles' offense. It's predictable. I mean, I used to say Doug Pearson's offense was predictable. This is even worse. And the thing is the impression I get from this guy, Nick Sirianni, now isn't that, this is a really smart guy, a little quirky, but he's got a lot of good ideas, and he's just going to, when he incorporates it, people say, I don't think it. Now I'm thinking, like, this dude sounds wacky. He sounds like a little goose. I mean, I get the feeling he's already getting ready to blame the players. Like, the players are already becoming the scapegoats. Like, he was talking about the coaches made adjustments and they got to execute better. Everything's about execution. We got to execute better on first down. What you're really saying is, my players they're not executing. They're not doing good. And maybe Jalen Hurts is missing passes. Maybe he hasn't been perfect. I don't think Jalen Hurts was good yesterday. But you've done nothing to help him. You're making him go up against a defense that knows what's coming. The defenses see what's coming. It's predictable. They didn't snap the ball under center one time. This is too predictable of an offense. And we're going to find out whether Nick Sirianni could be more than a one-year wonder in the next few weeks. He's got a mini bye week coming up this week. And let me tell you, if he does not go out and change this offense against that Raiders, in that Raiders game, he ain't ever going to do it. It ain't ever going to happen. It's over, okay? I want to get away from the RPOs. I don't mind you do it here or there, but you do it too much. I don't want J.J. Whiteside. I don't want him on the field. I think they said he has 40-something snaps this year, not one target. Not one throwing target. Okay? Yesterday, they're playing Tampa. Richard Sherman goes out. You would think they would try to attack the secondary or the corner at that point when they lose Sherman. They don't do it. I go back and watch this game. Devontae Smith gets open. He gets open. They're missing him. They got to find ways to get him the ball. You got to get Miles Sanders the ball. You got to get Kenneth Gainwell the ball. At this point, it's a broken record. It's a broken record. Either two things are happening here. One, this coach is really stubborn and doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Or two, the front office is controlling how he calls plays and what he does. Okay? Nick Sirianni used to talk about building your offense around your talent. Now what I'm realizing is he takes guys' talent and he's limiting them to a few things. He only thinks Jalen Hurts can be successful in RPOs. He doesn't even think he can do anything else. He looked at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday and he said, they got a really good run defense. We're not even going to bother. But then later on in the game when he tried, it actually worked. I don't know about this coach. I'm just frustrated with him. I'm very, very frustrated. And I know this sounds like more of a rant. I'm getting off my chest, but I think that the biggest problem on this team right now isn't Jalen Hurts. It isn't the players. It's the coach. And sure, the players haven't executed. Jalen Hurts misses passes. Of course, he's not perfect. He's played, 9 games? He's still learning. Maybe he'll never be better than this. I don't know. I'm in wait and see mode. Some people think he's not the same or he'll never be any good. I don't know. And I don't know how you evaluate a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, or anybody for that matter, when you got defenses that know what you're going to do before you do it. It's too predictable. It's too one-dimensional. And the coach and what's pissing me off most is it seems like he's refusing. It seems like he has no intention of changing what they're doing. He's crediting his coaching staff for what they did yesterday. He was crediting them for making adjustments. But he was kind of also throwing the blame at the players. Of course, players have to execute. There were throws that Jalen Hurts missed, and there's plays and mistakes he made. Sure, no question about it. However, I think you can limit those, or you can make it not as bad, if you call a better game, if you do better things on offense, if you keep a defense guessing, if you try to help out your young quarterback who is essentially a rookie. Okay, and then when you do all those things, and then Hurts goes out there, and if he struggles, then we know. But right now, this coaching staff, especially offensively, to me is in shambles. I wonder how much longer the players will believe in him. I really wonder these things because it's that bad. This was probably one of the worst offensive performances I can remember the Eagles having in a long, long time. In a long time. It's frustrating. It really is frustrating. And then just when I heard his press conference today, and if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Because maybe you'll hear something that I don't hear. But to me, sounds like he's putting the blame all on the players. It's not the coaching staff. As long as they don't pass the ball over 75% of the time, then everything's acceptable because defenses won't adjust or won't know what's coming. Totally ridiculous. Okay, totally ridiculous. You got a mini bye week. You got to go reevaluate what you're doing. Cut the RPOs off. Put Hurts under center sometimes. Run your running backs between the tackles. Don't be scared. If you run one time and you get no yards, if you run 2 times and you get no yards, that's okay. Because what it's doing is it's forcing the defense to be honest the whole game. When they run play action, when they do all those things, the defense doesn't care. They don't bite. It doesn't slow them up because they don't respect the running game. I don't know how else to say it. This is supposed to be a professional coach. And to me, it's just disappointing. I got Donnie Brasco, man. That's all I can say. So we're going to see what Nick Kotite is about this week because he's got a mini bye. Let's see if they make any adjustments. And if they don't after these next few weeks, then I don't know that he'll ever make it out of this year. I really don't know if he's going to be able to make it past 1 year as the Eagles head coach. At this rate, doing what he's doing, he's got to be better. He's got to be better, in my opinion. And then when he is better and they do more things, and then, maybe you take some of the pressure off Jalen Hurts, then maybe when he goes out and screws everything up, or if he does or if he doesn't, we can put the blame squarely on him. Right now, Hurts, sure, he's responsible. He's not good. I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback. I have no idea. I have no idea one way or the other. I am trying to be neutral and root for the guy, but be fair in my evaluation for him or of him. But right now, I have no idea. And the way they're coaching this team doesn't help. I will be back on Sunday streaming 2 or 3 games. Any games you might want me to stream and come hang out with me and put in the comment section. Not sure what games I'm going to do yet. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And of course, don't be a dingbat. So Zach Ertz is gone. Zach Ertz is gone. I gotta tell you, I wish him nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. I hope he does great in Arizona. Now, the question is, who do we trade next? My money's on Fletcher Cox.